All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Salakia. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash, giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the ICAM, the brethren out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth with 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to the few and sincere sisters who do believe in this gospel. So I want to entitle this lesson, We Are Living in Beautifully Prophetic Times. And as we all know, 2025 has started off with a bang, right? All types of things are going on. You got the situations that happened right at the beginning of the year. In the middle of the year, Trump got inaugurated in the office. And ever since Trump been inaugurated, we've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff going on. He's been passing executive orders, going hard as far as whatever he's trying to accomplish, or what he's been ordered to accomplish at that. And along with that, we've been seeing plane crashes and the situations with the aviation industry. And it's probably a lot more going on behind the scenes that we really aren't even talking about or has been made known to us. Actually, I seen it's this video that apparently just came out. I thought this video had been out, but apparently it's footage of the person who actually killed JFK, footage of his driver reaching back and shooting him in the head or whatever. But that's nonetheless. But we are living in beautifully prophetic times, right? We're living in the times of the end, and it's a beautiful time because we're seeing Bible prophecy play out. We're seeing things come together as far as how Babylon the Great is going to be, in terms of fully being a not tyranny. We're already in a police state, but these elite are looking to have more control than they've ever had in the time of history. Things leading up to the MOTB. You got artificial intelligence. The push for artificial intelligence. And we see that these aviation accidents is setting that up. Right? And it's all propaganda. It's all a setup. It's all orchestrated. There's no way aviation was the safest method of travel for all these years, and then all of a sudden in 2025, all of these plane crashes have been happening all around the world. That's not a coincidence, man. It's all orchestrated. It's all been planned. It's all being planned and done by the elite to push their agenda, to push artificial intelligence. And what artificial intelligence is going to be I don't think preliminary is the right word, but it's going to precede the push and expansion of artificial intelligence is going to precede the MOTB, because they're laying down the infrastructure and they're also preparing the minds of the people, right? What that MOTB is going to come chaotic times. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see more strict draconian laws. We're going to see a lot more. We're going to see the push to get us Israelites off the street corners, right? To get us off the street corners, to get our videos off the internet, and really just to completely get rid of us. But the Lord has saved a remnant for salvation, right? And they're not going to be able to get to the remnant because the Lord is going to protect us. And in that day, the Lord is going to lift up a standard. You know what I'm saying? To lift up a standard right? Where brothers can have access to spiritual powers, man. So we're living in beautiful times. We're living in times, in the end times, man, and we're getting closer and closer to the kingdom. So stay strong, stay steadfast, hold strong, hold true to the faith, hold true to these scriptures, and continue doing what we got to do until the Lord calls us. Uh, uh, the Lord calls us to the next stage, right? But first, I want to get Jeremiah 28:8. And it reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." And that's what we're here to do. We're here to prophesy of the war to come, World War III, of evil of Jacob's trouble, famine, chaos, civil war, civil unrest, um, things of that nature, pestilence, sicknesses. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot more that's going to come down the pipeline that is going to um, really cripple this country, Babylon the Great. And it already is in a crippling state. It's already falling. And these Edomites, these devils, they understand that their time is very short, right? So they're going to push harder and harder as time goes on. Lord willing, 2025 is the year, you know what I'm saying, where we see, more of these where we see these big prophecies come to pass, man. And because that's the closer and closer that we get, man. Like 2025, Lord willing, this is going to be a hell of a year for the ministry, right? So, what are we doing out here as Israelites, as Hebrew Israelites, right? Those so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans in the truth, right? Oh yeah, and also, yeah, ICE has been out here heavy, detaining, Hispanics, Northern Kingdom, and Native Americans, or Gadites, which is, once again, that blows my mind. But, you know what I'm saying? With that, you got the tariffs against Canada and Mexico, which I think that, and I could be wrong, I'm just speaking as a man, but I think that, you know, and I might be missing out on some news. I might need to be updated on what's going on with those tariffs, but it could lead to a conflict. It could lead to a military conflict. You never know. But that's just me speaking as a man. But we're living in these times, man. A lot of things are going to pop off, man. A lot of things are going to pop off. So we gotta be watchful, right? Uh, that's not the one. That's not the right one. Yeah, 21:36. Okay. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 36. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man," right? So prayer, fasting, remaining in the faith, man, studying, getting in the scriptures, getting into the video lessons, man. These things are going to keep us prepared and ready, and also watchful of things to come. These prophetic times that we're living in, right? So we got to remain steadfast. We got to remain strong in the ministry. For you brothers out there, we got to keep on going and keep pushing, man. Now is the time where we have to do more than we've ever done before. We have to do more for the ministry than we've ever done before, man, because that's what the Lord is looking for. The Lord is looking for a return on his investment. You know what I'm saying? The Lord invested this truth, this knowledge, and this wisdom into us, And he's looking for a return on that investment. He's looking for us to push these videos out, right? To remain consistent. We're going to camp, prophesying, studying, and pushing out this word, man, to help wake up the elect, right? So this is what we got to do. We got to remain steadfast, man. Continue in the faith. Continue the good fight, right? My spelling is off today. God. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 12, it says, fight the good fight. Salakia. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses, right? So what is our profession that we've professed before many witnesses? The ministry, man, the preaching of the word. Going out here preaching the word and doing these videos to all who may walk by, to all who may see the videos. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how many people watch our videos. Now, I know certain brothers like me, we only get a couple of views on our videos or whatever. But, elders and, other brothers in GMS, sometimes get thousands of people who watch their videos, who watch the camp videos and things like that, man. Many people are witnessing this ministry, this gospel. Many people are witnessing these things that we're talking about. And many people are starting to see that what we're saying and what we have been saying is making sense, right? Many people are starting to see, like the same people who were kind of scoffing at us and looking at us like y'all just some weirdo niggas on the street corner with robes on talking shit. Y'all, they're starting to see what we're talking about. They're starting to see the things that we've been prophesying. Well, not me included. I've only been in the truth for a couple of years, but those who are who've been in much longer than me, what we've been saying for years and years and years on end, right? They're starting to see this. They're starting to see these things come true. Now, they're looking like, man, well, shit, what they saying was right. What they've been saying is right. There is something wrong with this place. There is something wrong with this country and what's going on and what they're trying to establish. There's something wrong, something off here. And this is a good thing, man. This is good. Right? Like I said, man, this is beautiful. These are beautifully prophetic times that we're living in, man. The book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And it reads, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name saying, I am Yahushua, or Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? So we're seeing these things, man. Now, famine hasn't been, famine hasn't been a big thing throughout the world yet, but that's coming. That's part of the plan of the wicked elite, is to starve the people, right? See, they want to the push for the MOTB. Once again, the agenda is complete and total control of all of the people on earth. One thing they're going to do is they're going to literally starve the people, and they're going to be the solution. They create the problem, and then they give the solution. All right, well, we have a shortage of food, which is not really going to be a shortage of food. They're just going to They're just going to hold the food from the people. And the solution is, all right, well, look, we got these food reserves, but because we want to be accountable for who gets the food and who we're giving the food to and blah, 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 right? You need to have the chip in your hand. You need to have the MOTB in your hand, right? Or present in your body. So if you want to eat, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that device in you, right? And those of the elect, we're not gonna take that device. We're gonna rely on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? We may have to go without for a time, but ultimately, if we remain faithful, right? If we endure, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to take care of us, man. The Lord is going to work miracles for his elect, right? Verse 7. Actually, verse 9, Salakia. Says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another, right? Pertaining to us in the ministry, there's going to be many people that hate us, right? I remember I heard Whack 100. It was on a clubhouse recording or whatever. And I believe he was talking to Alazar from Zakari, something like that, right? And the topic of the end of the world, civil war, civil unrest, famine, and things like that. And this nigga Whack 100 said, well, look, if all that shit does happen, I'm going to come look for y'all niggas first. Because y'all the ones told us. Which when you think about it, is backwards. You should be thanking us. But nah, this nigga said, well, I'm going to come look for y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Come take what y'all got. Because that's how Jake thinks. Jake has always had issues with the prophets because the prophets never prophesied of good things to Jake when Jake was going off, right? So what Jake will do is Jake will say, well, look, we fucked up because of y'all. Y'all the ones keep on talking about it. Y'all keep manifesting it and prophesying it, and it actually happens. So it's y'all fault. Nah, nigga, we giving you a message from the Heavenly Father telling you what he gonna do if you don't listen and repent. You know? But that's how Jake thinks. Jake is backwards. These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are a backwards ass people. You know what I'm saying? The people who warned you and told you about these things, well, when these things happen, you're going to come looking for us. Okay, well, look, we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? You think the Lord is going to let a nigga come touch his elect? Nah, man. Nah. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 2. Start of verse 1, Salakia. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? So the Lord is beginning to visit this place. The Lord is beginning to visit the earth, And when the Lord visits the earth, what does he bring with him? He brings with him judgment. He brings judgment with him. Because the Lord is upset and angry at how the earth has been handled, how the earth has been ran, how his people have been treated, but also how his people have been conducting themselves down here. He's also angry at how his people have been treating his men, his prophets, the men of the Lord, sent down here to warn you and prophesy of what's going on here in the earth. The Lord is not happy with that, and what is he going to do? He's going to bring judgment, right? It says that in here, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, in verse 7, it says, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, the elect, and the souls of the just complain continually," right? So this is the Lord saying, hey, look, I'm not going to let this ride too much longer. All of this wickedness, all of the degeneracy, all of the crime and just going against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, I'm putting up with it for a time, but it's gonna be a time I'm not gonna. It's gonna be enough. Enough is gonna be enough. And for all you wicked people out here, you wicked heathen, and you wicked of the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it's gonna be a time where the Lord is gonna shut your mouths. The Lord is gonna put you, and the Lord is gonna humble you. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to humble a lot of you jakes out here who speak proudly against the men of the Lord, who speak proudly against the Most High and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and who speak proudly against his ministry. The Lord is going to humble a lot of y'all, or all of y'all who do that, matter of fact. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. It says, "And he answered me, saying," which was 8, 1 through 3, Salakia. It says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will teach thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made of, the little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved," right? So this coming world is not created for everybody. The kingdom of heaven, or the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, is not created for all the Israelites. It's not created for everybody. It definitely ain't created for you heathen, but it ain't created for you 2/3 either. You know what I'm saying? The 1/3, right? The 144 are going to be the top rulers in the kingdom of heaven under Yahweh Shai and King David, and the 12, right? And the men of the 1/3, are going to be set up nicely in that day in the kingdom. And everybody else, you just going to be our children and just be, you're going to be blessed, but you're going to be regular Israelites, right? See, we're the lowly men. The men of the Lord here in Babylon the Great prophesying this word, man. We're the lowly men. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rich. We ain't got a lot of clout. We ain't got a lot of status. We ain't got a lot of all of this worldly stuff that people pride themselves on and base their worth and value on. We don't have a whole lot of that. So people look at us, people say it all the time. Y'all need to get off them street corners and get a job, as if we don't have jobs, right? Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. No, we don't. We actually don't got nothing better to do. This is actually, what we like to do, right? So, but the men who they say that to in the next kingdom are going to be the rulers of that kingdom. And it's hard for you 2/3, you non-elect, to see that, but this is what it's going to be. Matter of fact, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, it says, 5 starting at verse 1, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors, right? Mainly talking about Esau, Edom, but the 2/3 are gonna persecute and afflict us as well. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for, right? They're gonna be amazed to see, oh shit, they was right. Them chariots they were talking about, they getting beamed up. Save me! Save me! Save me! Help! I want to come too. You know, all that shit. You know, that's what they're going to be doing in that day, man. You know, there should be wailing and great gnashing of teeth. You know, they're going to be shocked that what we were saying about the chariots, about salvation and the world ending, World War II, it's like your World War III coming about, the MOTB, everything that we've been prophesying, they're going to be shocked that all of these things came to pass. All of these things came true. Verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was whom we had sometimes in great derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end without honor. How was he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? Right? So they're gonna be marveled. They're gonna be shocked at seeing the men of the Lord getting beamed up into those chariots just before them nukes hit. Right? They're gonna be looking crazy, man. And it's gonna be a joy to see. Right? Lord willing, I'm of that number. Lord willing, you know, brothers, likewise brothers in the camps here at Great Millstone, we're that number, man. Lord willing, we make it. You know? But, you know, those of us who do get saved, man, they going to be, all these other people, man, they going to be shocked. They're going to be looking at us like, damn, like we really used to talk mad shit about y'all. You know? Hell, we really tried to kill y'all. We really set y'all up. We really snitched on y'all. We really led the enemy towards you. Oh, crazy. You know, and Esau Edom's going to be like, damn, these niggas. These the niggas we had in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Who you know, the niggas and the spicks and I don't know what they call, what slur they have for the Native Americans, right? But these people, these low down dirty savages, they was really the Lord's people. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's gonna see in that day, man. Everybody's gonna see. We just got to keep going on, and doing what we're doing. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 5. It says, and when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice of the midst of four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Now, this is not talking about, the word penny is not talking about an actual penny in US dollars, right? This is talking about a penny is going into a day's pay. You know what I'm saying? So food is going to be so expensive, right? See, food is cheap right now, and it's becoming cheaper in certain instances, right? But when famine hits, right, it's going to be highly expensive. A loaf of bread and a piece of meat is going to cost a whole day's pay. You know, you every day you just gonna be working for your dinner. You know what I'm saying? If you work, hell, because you know You got that. You got this UBI that they're trying to push because what's artificial intelligence going to do? Artificial intelligence is going to push AI is going to push everybody, a lot of people off the job market because AI is going to eliminate a lot of human operated jobs. That's what their intentions are. So they're going to give out this universal basic income or whatever. But what are you going to have to receive that? You're going to have the MOTB, total control, right? They're going to have that social credit score where if you're not behaving, conducting yourself, and operating in a manner that they deem is acceptable, they can cut you off. These are just the times that we're living in, man. A lot of things are coming to pass, and prophecy is ramping up, man. It's getting close to that point. It's getting close to that point. So we gotta keep on going on, man. We gotta keep moving. We gotta keep prophesying until the Lord calls us off the streets and takes us off the internet. We gotta keep, staying steadfast in the faith. Staying brotherly, staying you know what I'm saying, with the faith, with the brotherhood, and in the scriptures, continuing to studying, man, and just doing what we got to do. Just ultimately doing what we have to do, putting on the elect, right? Seeking our own salvation with fear and trembling, right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. That's all I got for this lesson. And until next time,